Alright, I know I said that I was going to do a video on Howard Marks, but with everybody feeling the way they're feeling about the market right now, and with many people protecting their cash much more than they had been in the past couple of years prior, it may be a good time to get back talking about safer investments for short-term savings and the extra peace of mind that comes with them. Now you might notice that the animation's a little bit different. It's because I'm trying out a new program. I hope that I can use this program to push out more content more quickly. Anyways, you're watching Sekidol, and today we're talking about one of the better savings account services I've found recently, Toss Bank. Now before we continue, I'd just like to remind you that this video is meant for educational purposes only and is not meant to be taken as any legal or financial advice. With regards to Toss Bank, rest assured that this is not an ad and I do not hold any stake in either Toss Bank or their parent company Viva Republica. I'm not being paid to make this video. I've just found that Toss Bank is a very useful resource for the time being and I'd like to share it with you. In any case, if you want to keep up to date with resources to help you straighten out your finances in the Republic of Korea, do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons and we'll do our best to help you figure out how to figure out this game for yourself. With that said, let's get to it. Alright, so of the online non-face-to-face banks out there, Toss Bank is still the only one that allows foreigners with ARC cards to sign up. This is good news for us because online banks tend to have better rates with fewer fees as a result of a lower overhead. In other words, since they don't have to pay for rents on physical locations, tellers and managers at those locations, or any of the regular expenses of a traditional face-to-face bank, they can save a little more money and give us a little bit more back. Additionally, Toss Bank's Dongjang account is generally feeless on basic things like transfers and deposits, and they provide an interest rate of 2% for accounts up to 100 million won. Now at first glance this seems pretty basic, right? Generally speaking, most banks provide similar accounts with similar benefits, so what makes Toss better than your classic liquidity account? Well, the key benefit that I've found banking with Toss is that their interest accrues every night at midnight. Now this means that you can get your interest much faster than traditional banks, and more importantly, it means that you can compound that interest much faster than would be possible if you used a traditional bank account that accrues interest only once or twice a month, because once you claim your interest one day, it then becomes part of your total holdings, which you then gain interest on once the clock rolls over at midnight. Another way of saying this, the more interest you get and the faster you get it, the more subsequent interest you get and the faster you get that. Now this is something that also happens with MMF or MMW holdings, but the average rates for those accounts usually sit around the 1.6 to 1.8 range, and though interest is realized, it's not always clear as the interest accrual occurs while you sleep. And since it's automatic, you rarely see how much you receive when you receive it, and it can kind of feel, like it didn't actually happen. Thus, one reason I really like Toss is the potential psychological effects that you can receive from a setup such as this. So in addition to the actual monetary returns that you're receiving from these accounts, you're also getting a psychological return that shows you exactly that you are making money with your money. And this is really important because in a bear market like the one we're in, and with the economic realities making the future look bleak in the short to mid-term, it can really feel like there's little to no possibility of making our money work for us. This can be really discouraging, and it can make investing and saving feel more painful than productive. That's why by not only seeing but also realizing gains on a daily basis, it can be much easier to feel motivated to continue holding on to your money and compounding it through interest instead of just spending it. And while there are stocks and REITs that can give you better returns than Toss Bank, there's always the issue of watching the actual capital, the invested capital, go down while they pay you those dividends. Whereas in Toss, you get a smaller amount back, but you have a guarantee on your capital. I should also mention that the bank existing as it does, being very new and entirely online with high rates and quickly compounding interest, it may seem precarious, so the government has actually insured customers of Toss up to 50 million won on their deposits. That just means that if the bank defaults and doesn't have your money, the government will cover you for 50 million won. Keep that in mind if you're planning on moving amounts that large and are skeptical about the bank's merit. Personally, I think Toss is doing a really good job at building their customer base. Alright, that was a very short one for me today. I hope this helps. I'll try to keep an eye out for more easy tools to help you figure out your finances with low to no effort, and hopefully get a video up quicker than I did with this one. I've been on Toss for a couple months. Oh, also one more thing. During the sign up, you need to input your name exactly as it's put in on the in the government records. So if your first and middle name is spaced out but it doesn't read it that way on the app, then it's not going to match up. So just if it doesn't work the first time, just play around with the spelling of your first and middle names. But if you just have one name, it makes it a lot easier. All right. Anyways, all the best. Take it easy. Catch you in a bit. Peace.